everyone, it's your boy Jeff Scott Soto here. What you just heard was an excerpt of a new song that I'm part of that drops this week, but a text post is way too much to read, so I'm going to read this for you. Back in the early 2000s, I discovered the Dutch Indo-international artist Valensia. Been a huge fan of his ever since. What grabbed me was his incredible ability to capture the magic of early Queen, those massive vocal choirs, fearless arrangements, and eccentric musicality. He wasn't just an incredible songwriter, he was a true musical prodigy and, in my opinion, one of the finest musicians around. To me, it felt like Valensia picked up where Queen left off just before they started the album The Game. Over the years, we stayed in touch, even meeting and performing together in Europe, and although he's always been an incredibly private person, we mostly kept up through occasional messages here and there through the years. Then in 2019, I became close friends with his younger brother, David. Exceptional drummer, great recording and mixing engineer, and the owner of his own studio, 110 DB Studios. And then 2020 happened. Like everyone else around the world, the lockdown brought us together in endless group chats, featuring jokes, music, just having fun and just trying to stay sane. And then we lost Eddie Van Halen. Our conversations then shifted to something new, something different. It was a new idea. Me, a Southern California singer, just like David Lee Roth. Valencia and David, with their Dutch Indo roots, just like the Van Halen brothers, started imagining a band that would capture the spirit of the big, unapologetic rock sound that Van Halen was known for. Not a tribute band, but something inspired by Van Halen's blueprint while still sounding completely like us. Before we knew it, Valencia was writing riffs and songs, recording guitars and bass. David started tracking drums from his perfectly mic'd home studio, and the music was then handed to me to start working on some melodies and lyrics. Almost overnight, we'd written an entire album. It's insane. We named the band Seven after one of Valencia's recent albums. We then brought in Tony Dickinson from the band Soto, my bass player. David mixed as I tracked the vocals. Something was still missing, those signature vocal choirs. So Valencia stepped back in, adding those huge harmonies he's known for, the final touches, and transformed those songs into exactly what they were missing. But then, everything just stopped. With the world still shut down, no clear path forward, the project quietly slipped into the background, leaving behind an album nobody probably would ever hear. And then, tragedy struck again. On August 5th, 2023, after friends and family couldn't reach him for over 24 hours, David was found dead in his home. He was only 46 years old. As we are now approaching the third anniversary of losing him, Valensia and I knew we couldn't just let this music stay unheard. We got to do it, if not for us, for David. So now we're releasing one song for you. The song is called Broken. It seems a little less Van Halen and more reminiscent of a classic David Lee Roth solo track. The lyrics, the emotion, the atmosphere make it the perfect tribute to David, to our friendship, and to what we created together. And yes, if this resonates with enough people, we'd definitely like to release the entire album, but for now, it's baby steps. We want to do this for David. This is about honoring an extraordinary musician, engineer, producer, friend, and brother. After all these years, Seven will be finally heard. From me, Valensia, and Tony, this one's for you, David, and for Eddie.